clicks his power up, and then he just nukes it up this climb. But here I'm off the front, and it's just all out to the finish right now. This is last lap. I'm all in right now. Nuke it up this climb. Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have Zwift racing for you. So here we go, right into it, right off the start. We did a little bit of talking right before, but it was pretty chill. So there's not a lot of guys in this race. However, you can see there's 3 teammates there in the yellow jerseys. So I'm definitely going to be marking them throughout the race. But here we go, first lap, right into the first climb. And nothing really happens, you know, we just keep it pretty consistent. But here, over the top, I kind of give it a little dig just to see what would happen. I don't throw down crazy watts, like a sweet spot effort, kind of like a roll off the front type of thing, just to see who's who and who's gonna mark me. But here we're back on the next climb, and we're coming over the top. You see those guys using their feather powers, which is really good. The feather makes you lighter, so you have a higher watts per kilo, so it really helps when you go up the climb. But then they start putting in a dig here, and there's 2 teammates. There's the one off the front, and there's one in third, so they're kind of just letting that one guy go. So I get on their wheels. I'm kind of banking on the other guys bringing it back, so I don't do a huge effort right away. I try and share the load, let them bring it back, which they do. So now it's all back together, but it's strung out, so you're still pushing some decent watts here. But here, next lap, coming up to the climb, and this guy right here puts in a little bit of an effort, so I'm just following him here right now. He's using his feather, which is a better power up. I have the draft power, which is giving me like a 15% draft boost, but they all start pumping it up here, so I kind of fall back a little, but I have my draft power, so I purposely do that so I get a better draft, so I can push less watts. So that was really useful there, but nothing really happens. We kind of all stay together, and I just keep following them. Nothing too crazy. Right here, we're coming next lap, coming back up to the climb. You can see this guy right here on the left. He clicks his power up, and then he just nukes it up this climb. Luckily, I had a feather at the moment too, so that was really useful. And then I have to drop a serious watt bomb just to get on this guy's wheel. Like, that was a solid 700 for 5 to 10 seconds right there. And I still haven't caught him. Like, he still has a gap. I'm going over 450. Like, I'm hauling, like I'm in zone 5 plus. He's gone. Dang, he hit it hard right there, and I'm all out just to catch him. But then I see this guy on my wheel who also has a feather power, so I mean, it's not looking good. He's got a good gap right now. His watts per kilo is higher than ours, so that's also a good benefit in these Zwift races. You can see their watts per kilo, so you can kind of see it coming sometimes, but it's also still a little tricky. But this guy isn't going to work with me. I just have to keep the pace on, keep trying to catch him. But, yeah, he eventually comes through. So, yeah, but, like, we're still not really... Alright, now we're starting to catch him, which is good. But, I mean, that just was like a solid mile of just all-out effort. That was a serious attack. But now, like... We're going by him, and now he's starting to get dropped. So now he has to push some more power just to get back on the train. But I keep it going. That was a good attack. This is like my kind of counter-attack moment right here. So I just keep the pressure on, power up, and just keep the pace going because I don't want the other guys, his 2 other teammates, to catch us. So I like to keep him isolated. But I'm kind of off the front here. The purple guy still stays with me. It's nice I got another feather power, so that's good for the climb. But then we all come back. Well, a couple of us come back together, so now it's 4 of us. But then they let this one guy go off the front. And then, with like 1 by 1, we have to chase him back. But I try to do the least amount of effort as possible to catch him. But he's still off the front. I use my feather up the hill, drop some watts, and get across to him. But that was a big effort to get across to him. And then you see this guy. Yeah, his teammate was back in the back after he did his work and was just having fun. But I got another feather power, and I nuke it up this climb. That was a good attack. You saw how I came from the back and used my feather power up before the climb. So when I got to the climb, I already had a high watts per kilo. And I had a little bit of momentum. But, I mean, the guy's coming behind me. He's dropping a lot of watts per kilo. If you just keep an eye on the right, or the watts per kilo. You can see how hard we're pushing. But we're coming into 1 lap to go, and then I actually have another race that I signed up for right after this one, because I was trying to get some like back-to-back races for more high intensity. But here I'm off the front, and it's just all out to the finish right now. This is last lap. I'm all in right now. Like, it's full send. So I'm waiting to see if he'll come back up to me. I mean, he's pushing a lot of watts per kilo. Like, we stayed pretty even on the watts per kilo, but I managed to come away with the dub with that last lap attack. So that was awesome. And yeah, now we got to hop into the next race, and I believe it's a B race as well. But back-to-back races, man, it's really tough. Like, my heart rate right there was already above threshold, and now I'm jumping into another race. And what was funny is this race, like, I immediately jump into it. Like, I got in with 5 seconds to go, so I kind of got lucky. But here I'm dying, and they're just hauling right off the gate. So, like, I try and use the drafting boost. Like, if you stay like a couple meters off of the group, you get a better draft boost. A little tip there. But I mean, I was just pretty trashed. So this was pretty hard. But there was full gas. Like, on the descents, it was hard. Like, it was just hard on the descents. And then we're coming into a climb right here. This is the KOM, and we're only 6 minutes in, and I just did a 30-minute race. So as you can see, I already have a little gap, and I'm putting down some power here, 5-6 watts per kilo, just to stay with these guys. But like, they just keep hammering. Like, this guy just attacked halfway up the climb, and then there's a big descent here, and I kind of let off right here, and then that was my mistake. Like, I kind of let, like, you can see the meters, I kind of let that little gap go, and that kind of screwed me over coming into this descent, which you would think would be easy. I also have an anvil, so anvil makes you like 50 kilograms heavier, so on the descent you can just fly down it. But like, I'm pushing 260 right here, I'm pushing 300, and they're dropping me on a descent. Like, that was just crazy. You can see there's red watts per kilo numbers in the group, and then I kind of just it was just over. It was that fast, over immediately, just from not holding the wheel for 2 seconds. I didn't pay attention for 2 seconds, and it was gone. Like, there's nothing I could do. So yeah, I won the first race and lasted 10 minutes of the next one. So just for you guys at home, I don't recommend back-to-back races. It's really tough, especially if you jump into a high caliber race right after. It's not the best idea, but it was fun. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe for more content. And I know I've been a little inconsistent with my uploads lately, but I'm planning to get back on it, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.